One of the things on the other side of this is portraits of you, Governor Ridge, with many of the politicians, including Senator McCain, who I know you were very close with over the years. What are your thoughts when you see those photos, especially of you with Senator McCain?
Well, you know, I was honored, privileged to be a pallbearer. I think it's important for political figures to speak truth to power. You don't always have to agree with your leaders, but you can disagree in a respectful way. And I think, given the environment we're operating in now, both Republicans and Democrats should spend less time demonizing each other, spending more time in a more constructive exchange of ideas. You run to win. I mean, that's why you have elections, but once you win, you're supposed to govern. And I think we've kind of lost sight of that. And so when I think of the pictures there with, I used to call him Papa Bush, not publicly, but privately. I have enormous affection for both Bush, all the Bush family, for President Bush, for John McCain, for Ronald Reagan, who understood the importance of a substantive dialogue, but be tough, but be civil. And that's how you advance progress, that's how you advance democracy. And I'm so pleased that some of these exhibits reflect the opportunities I've had to interact with and hopefully influence and help drive some of that public discussion toward outcomes, but also in a very civil manner.
And then one just last question on that. Do you see a time, coming back to that, we have seen more of a separation in the two parts. Do you see a time when you were in Congress, you were known for being a more moderate Republican? Do you see that time happening again, where there is a role for that type of law?
Well, you know, it's interesting. I was called a moderate because of my difference with the body in certain areas, but I was still pretty conservative. But there was tolerance within the party for a different point of view. And frankly, what I see right now on the Republican side and the Democrat side is everybody's becoming so much more ideological than we were 20 or 30 years ago. Ronald Reagan once said, if you agree with me 80% of the time, you're a damn good Republican. And we don't even, and on the other side of the aisle, becoming equally ideological. So I think our hope is that you just kind of dial down this demonization of the other side and remember that ultimately, before you were registered a Republican or Democrat, you were born an American. And if the public is giving you an opportunity to serve an elected office, you are to govern, not just worry about the next election. So I will continue to be optimistic until proven otherwise. That's my nature.